good.
Act 3, Much Ado About Nothing. Try to keep it on the DL here. Scene 1, Leonardo's garden. Enter hero Margaret and Ursula. Good Margaret, run me to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice, proposing with the prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear and tell her, I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower, where honeysuckles, ripened by the sun, forbid the sun to enter. Like favourites made proud by princes, that advance their pride against that power that bred it, there will she hide her. To listen our purpose, this is thy office. Bear thee well in it, and leave us alone. I'll make her come, I'll warrant you presently. Hero, now Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love. With Beatrice of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made. That's only wound by hearsay. Enter Beatrice behind. Now begin, for look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs, close by the ground, to hear our conference. The pleasance angling is to see the fish, cut with the golden oars, the silver stream, and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue. Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock. But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely? So says the prince, and my new troth lord. And did they bid you tell her of it, madam? They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it. Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full, as fortunate a bed, as ever Beatrice shall couch upon? O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seemed weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared. Sure, I think so. And therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it. Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backward. If fair-faced, she would swear the gentleman should be her sister. If black, why nature drawing of an Arctic made a foul blot. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate very vilely cut. If speaking, why a vein blown with all winds? If silent, why a block moved with none? So turns she every man that's wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth. Sure, such carping is not commendable. No, not to be odd, and from fashion. As Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oi, she would laugh me. Out of myself press me to death with wit. Therefore let Benedict, like covered fire, to consume away inside. Waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling. Ye tell her of it. Hear what she will say. No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly, I'll devise some honest limbs to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking. Wait. Do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift an excellence of wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict. He is the only man of Italy, always accepted by dear Claudio. I pray you, be not angry with me, madam. Speak in my fancy. Signor Benedict, for shape, forbearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy. Indeed, he hath an excellent good name. His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam? Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I show thee some attires, and I have thy counsel which is the best to furnish me tomorrow. She's limited, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam. If it proves so, when lemon goes by haps, some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps. What fires in my ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much. Contempt farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such, and Benedict Lebon I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand, if thou dost love my kindness shall incite thee. To bind our loves up in holy band, for others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting me. Scene 2. A room in Leonato's house. Enter Don Pedro, Claudio, Benedict, and Leonato. I do but stay till your marriage be consummate, and then go I toward Aragon. I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me. Nay, that would be as great to soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedict for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstring, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him. He hath a heart as sound as a bell, and his tongue is a clapper, for what his heart thinks his tongue speaks. I am not as I have been. So say I, methinks you are Saturn. I hope he be in love. Hang him, Trot. There's no true drop of blood in him, to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money. I have the toothache. Draw it. Hang it. You must hang it first, and draw it afterwards. What? Sigh for the toothache? Where is but the humor of a worm? Well, everyone can master grief, but he that has it. Yet say I, he is in love. There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he has in two strange disguises, asked to be a Dutchman today, a Frenchman tomorrow, or in the shape of two countries at once, as a German from the waist downward, all slops, and a Spaniard from the hip upward, no doublet. Unless he have a fancy to this foolery, as it appears he hath, he is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is. If he be not in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs. I brushes his hat to mornings, what should that bode? Hath any man seen him at the barber's? No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheek hath already stuck tennis balls. Indeed, he looks younger than he did by the loss of a beard. Nay, rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that? That's as much as to say the sweet use in love. The greatest note of it is in melancholy. And when was he wont to wash his face? Yeah, to paint himself? For the which I hear what they say of him. Nay, but his jesting spirit which is now crept into the lute spring and new governed by stops. Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love. Nay, but I know who loves him. That would I know too. I warrant one that knows him not. Yes, and his ill conditions, and despite of all, dies for him. She shall be buried with her face upwards. Yet is this no charm for the toothache, old signor. Walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear. For my life to break with him about Beatrice. 'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet. Enter Don John. My lord and brother, God save you. Good din, brother. If your leisure, sir, I would speak with you. In private? If it please you, yet Count Clayton may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him. What's the matter? Means your lordship to be married tomorrow? You know he does. I know not that when he knows what I know. If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it. You may think I love you not. Let they appear afterward, and aim better at me, but that I now will manifest. For my brother, I think he bolds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hope to effect your unsuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed. Why, what's the matter? I came hither to tell you, in circumstances shortened, for she hath been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal. Who, hero? I'm glad we're in agreement. Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero. Disloyal? The words to paint out her wickedness, I could say, she were worse. Think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. I want her not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, she shall see her chamber window, enter even the night before her wedding day. If you love her, then tomorrow wed her, but it would be better fit your honor to change your mind. May this be so? I will not think. If you dare not trust that you see, confess not what you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough, and when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly. If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow. In the generation where I should wed, there will I shame her. Target spotted. And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her. I will disparage her no further till you are my witness. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show thyself. O day unprudently turned, O mischief strangely thwarting, O plague right with prevented, will you say when you have been seen the sequel? Scene 3. A street. Enter Dogberry and Burgess with the watch. Are you good men and true? Yeah, or else it were pity that they would suffer salvation, body and soul. Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch. Well, give them the charge, neighbor Dogberry. First, to thank you most, the desert man, to be constable. Hugh, Outcake, sir, or George, Seacole, for they can write and read. Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature. Both which, master constable, you have, I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, why give God thanks, and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be most senseless, and a fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore bear you, Lantlorn, this is your charge, you shall be comprehended, all vagrom men. You are to be bid any man stand in the prince's name. How if a will not stand? They're dilating my eyes with the arc. What are you doing, Congress? I have you. What are you doing? This isn't a conspiracy theory. My name's on the ground and guns pointed at the sun. Mentally, where are you at? It's not backing off. You're dilating my eyeballs with the arc. And then you have two separate ones. One's here, one's there. And you have a woman and you have a man, and they're talking to each other. No. No, not at all. Are you incompetent? Both which, master constable, you have, I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, why give God thanks, and make no boast of it? And for your writing and reading, let that appear, when here is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be most senseless, and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore bear you our lanthorn. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name. How if a will not stand? Why then take no note of him, but let him go. And presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid to be knave. If he will not stand with this bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects. True, they are to meddle with none. But the prince's subjects, you shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble, to talk is most tolerable, and not to be endured. Ricochet. We will rather sleep than talk. Oh, he ran. Congress, he just ran. We will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch. Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses, and bid these that are drunk get them to bed. How if they will not?
Yeah,
why then let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not, then the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for. So the blue Missouri sign down towards high profile, the curvature there on the turn, and then you have the turn towards getting off the interstate at the gas station. The two of them are connected.
I want to paint it.
It is Warsaw. Get it off now.
Okay, I might. Okay.
Well, sir, if you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man, and for such kind men, the less you meddle or make with them, why the more is for your honesty. If we know him to be thief, shall we not lay hands on him? Surely, by your office you may, but I think that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is, and steal out of your company. That's where the camera is. You have been always called a merciful man, partner. Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath me any honesty in him. If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it. How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us? Why then depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying? For the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it bays will never answer a calf when he beast. 'Tis very true. This is the end of the charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the sight, you may stay him. Nay, dear lady, that I think I cannot.
Okay.
5 shillings to 1 aunt with any man that knows the statutes. He may stay him, marry not without the prince he willing, for indeed the watch ought to offend no man, and it is in an offence to stray a man against his will. By ready, lady, I think it be so. Well, master, good night, and there be any matter of weight chances, call of me, keep your fellows' counsel, and let your own in good light. Come, neighbor. Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench too, and then I'll go to bed. One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch by Signor Linato's door, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great Clayton tonight. Adieu, be vigilant. It beseech you. Enter Braccio and Conrad.
Objective ready. Bomb taken.
What, Conrad? Peace or not, Conrad, I say. Here, man, I am at the elbow. Master, my elbow itched. I thought there'd be a scab follow. I will owe thee an answer for that. And now forward with thy tale. Stand thee close, then under this penthouse, for it drizzles rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee. Some treason masters yet stand close. Therefore know I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats. Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear? Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich, for when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will. So that's definitely connected. Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich, for when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will. I wonder at it. That shows thou art what confirms thou knowest that the fashion of a doublet, or a hat or a cloak is nothing to a man. Yes, it is apparel. I mean the fashion. Yes, the fashion is the fashion. Tush. I may as well say the fool's a fool. But seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is? I know what deformed has been a vile thief this 7 years. A goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name. Didst thou not hear somebody? No, 'twas a vein on the house. Seest thou not, I say, what a deformed thief this fashion is? How giddily he turns about all the hot bloods between 14 and 5 and 13, sometime fashioning them like Pharaoh's soldiers in the Ricci painting. Sometime like God Bel's priest in the old church's window, sometime like the heaven Hercules in the merched worm-eating tapestry, where his cod piece seems as nasty as his club. All this I see, and I see that the fashion wears out more apparel than the man. But art not thou thyself giddy with the fashion too, that thou hast shifted out of thy tale into telling me of thy fashion? Not so, neither, but know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, the lady hero's gentleman. By the name of Hero, she leaned me out at her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale volubly. I should first tell thee how the Prince Claudio, my master, planted and placed, and possessed to my master John, saw afar off in the orchard this admirable encounter. And though they Margaret was Hero, 2 of them did, the prince was Clayton, but the devil my master knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John has made away when Clayton enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed next morning at the temple, and there before the whole congregation shame her with what he saw overnight, and send her home again without a husband. We charge you in the prince's name. Stand! Call up the right master, constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of treachery that ever was known in the Commonwealth. And one deformed is one limb. I know him who wears a lock. Masters, masters.
Bomb taken.
You'll be made, bring deformed forth. I warrant you. Masters. Watch, never speak, we charge you, let us obey you to go with us. We are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of those men's bills. A commodity in question, I warrant you. Come, will obey you.
No, you don't.
Chris, yes. Scene 4. Enter hero Margaret and Ursula. Good Ursula, waken my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise. I will, lady, and bid her come hither. Well, troth, I think your other rabato were better. No, pray thee, good Meg, I'll wear this more. By my troth, not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
No, I'll try that again.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another.
Now we can-
I'll wear none but this. I like the new tire, within excellently if the hair were a thought browner, and your gown's a most rare fashion. I faith, I saw the Duchess of Milan gown that they praise so. Oui, that exceeds, they say. By my troth, but a night gown, in respect of yours, cloth of gold and cuts and laced with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, and skirts round, underbone with a brooch, tinsel, but for a fine, quaint, graceful, and excellent fashion, yours is worthy tin on't. God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly heavy. 'Twill be heavy soon by the weight of a man. Fie upon thee, art not ashamed? Of what, lady? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable to a beggar? Is not your lord honorable without a marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence a husband, and bad thinking do not rest true speaking. I'll offend nobody. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None. I think in it be the right husband, and the right wife. Otherwise 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice, here she comes. Enter Beatrice. Ah, good morrow, cuz. Good morrow, sweet hero. Why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune? I am out of all other tune, methinks. Claps into light a love that goes without a burden. Do you sing it, and I'll dance it. Ye light o' love with your heels. Then if your husband have stables enough, you'll see he shall lack no means. Oh, illegitimate construction. I scorned that with my heels. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I ain't exceeding ill, hi-ho. For a hawk, a horse, or a husband, for the letter that begins them all.
Bomb armed. Nearing victory.
For the letter that begins them all. Well, and you be not turned, Turk, there's no more sailing by the star. What means a full trow? Nothing I, but God send everyone that heart's desire. These gloves the Count sent me, they are an excellent perfume. I am stuffed, cousin, I cannot smell. I'm made and stuffed. There's your goodly catching of cold. Oh, God help me. God help me, how long have you professed apprehension? Ever since you left it. Doth not my wit become me rarely? It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my troth, I am sick. Get you some of this distilled Cardinus Benedictus, and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm. There thou prickest her with a thistle. Benedictus, why Benedictus? You have some mortal in the Benedictus. Moral, no, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain, holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think you are in love. Nay, by your lady, I am not such a fool to think that. What I list, nor I list not to think what I can. Nor indeed I cannot think if I would think my heart out of thinking, that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet Benedict was such another, and now is he become a man. He swore would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do. What pace is this that thy tongue keeps? Not a false gallop. Re-enter Ursula.
Carrier kill.
Madam, withdraw the prince, the count. Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town are come to fetch you to church. Help to dress me, good coz, good Meg, good Ursula.
Bomb armed.
I bid you adieu.
Bomb taken.
Another room in Leonato's house. Enter Leonato with Dugberry and Burgess. What would you with me, honest neighbor? Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly. Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me. No, thank you. Mary, this is, sir. No, thank you. Remove that. Yes, in truth, it is, sir. What it is, my good friends. No, thank you. Good man versus sir speaks a little off the matter of an old man, sir. And his wits are not so blunt as God help. I would desire they were, but in faith honest has the skin between his brows. Yes, I thank God I am an honestest man living that is an old man, and no honester than I. Comparisons are odorous, palabrious neighbor verges. Neighbors you are tedious. It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. No, you're not. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find in my heart to bestow it to all your worship. No, not at all. All thy tediness on me. Yeah, and 'twere 1,000 pound more than it is. For I hear as good exclamation on your worship as of any man in the city, and though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it. And so am I. I would fain know what you have to say. Marry, sir, our watch tonight accepting your worship's presence. Hadn't a couple of an errant knaves as any in Messina. A good old man, sir, he will be talking, as they say. When the age is in, the wit is out. God help us, it is a world to see. Well said, I faith, neighbor Burgess. Well, God's a good man, and two men ride of a horse. One must ride behind, no, thank you. Delusional maniac, no. An honest soul, I faith, sir, by my troth he is, as every broke bread. But God is to be worshipped, all men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor, I bid you adieu. You are not welcome in this household. Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you. Gifts that God gives, oh no. I must leave you. One word, sir, our watch, sir, hath indeed comprehended two auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship. Take your examination yourself. Bring it to me. I am now in great haste, as may appear unto you. I bid you adieu. It shall be sufficient. Drink some wine ere you go. Fare you well. Enter a messenger. My lord, that stay for you to give your daughter to her husband. I wait upon them. I am ready. Go, good partner, go, get you to Francis C. Cole. Bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the goal. We are now to examination these men, and we must do it wisely. We will spare for no wit, I warrant you here. That shall drive some of them to a non-come. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the goal.
King of the Hill.
I cannot wait. Act 4. Scene 1, the inside of a church. It is not. Enter Don Pedro, Don John, Leonato, Friar Francis, Clayton, Benedict, Hero, Piedris, and C. Come, Friar Francis, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount their particular duties afterwards. You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady? Yes. To be married to her, friar? You come to marry her. Lady, you come hither to be married to this count? I do. Women! If either of you know any inward impediment, why you should not be conjoined, I charge you, on your souls to utter it. Know you any hero? None, my lord. Know you any count? I dare make his answer. Clayton. Oi. What men dare do? What men may do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do. How now? Interjections? Why then some be of laughing, as ha, ha, he. Stand thee but friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter? As freely son as God did give her me, And what have I to give you back whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Delusional maniac. I don't think that.
Nothing,
Okay?
unless you render her again. Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Oi, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not what blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid? By these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty. What do you mean, my lord? Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton. Dear my lord, if you, in your own proof, have vanquished the resistance of her youth, and made defeat of her virginity, I know what you would say if I had known her.
Off.
You'll say she didn't embrace me as a husband, and so extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonato. I never tempted her with a word too large, but as a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love. And seemed I ever otherwise to you? Out on thee, seeming I will write against it, you seem to me as Dian in her orb, as chaste as in the bud ere to be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, or the pampered animals that rage in savage mutation, in savage sensuality. How now? Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide? Sweet prince, why speak not you? What should I speak? I stand dishonored, that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale. Are these things spoken, or do I but a dream? Time and date over here? Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true. This looks not like a nuptial. True, oh God! Leonato, stand I here. Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face hero's, and our eyes our own? All this so, but what is this, my lord? Let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have in her, bid her answer truly. I charge thee, do so, as thou art my child. O God, defend me, how am I beset? What kind of catechising can you call this? To make your answer truly to your name. It is not hero? Who can blot the name? With any just reproach? Mary, that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man has he talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you're a maid, answer to this. I talked with no man at that hour, my lord. Why then are you no maiden, Leonato? I am sorry you must hear upon my honor myself, my brother, and this grieved count. Did see her, hear her, at the hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed most like a liberal villain confessed the vile encounters they had 1,000 times in secret? Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment. O hero, to hero hast thou been, if half thy outward graces had been placed about why thoughts and counsels of thy heart, but fare thee well, most thou, most fair, farewell. Thou pure impiety and impious purity, for thee I'll lock up all the gates of love, and on my eyelids shalt conjecture hang, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shalt be more gracious. Hath no man's dagger here a point for me? Why, how now, cousin? Wherefore sink you down? Come, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
Enemy team took the hill.
Don Pedro, Don John, Claudio, how doth the lady?
Enemy about to score.
Did I think? Help, uncle. Hero, why hero, uncle, Signor Benedict, friar. Oh, fate, take not away the heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame, that may be wished for. How now, cousin hero? Have comfort, lady? Dost thou look up? Yeah, wherefore?
Enemy team took the hill.
Should she not? Wherefore, why doth not every earthling thing cry shame upon her? Could she here deny the sword that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero, do not ope thine eyes, for did I think thou wouldst not quickly die, thou thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shames. Myself would on, The reward of reproaches striketh the life. Grieved I had but one.
Enemy team took the
Child,
hill.
I for that at frugal nature's frame. Oi, one too much by thee. Why had I one? Why ever wast thou lovey in mine eyes? Why had I not with a charitable hand took up a beggar issue at my gates, who smirched thus, and murred with infamy? I might have said no part of it is mine. This shame derives itself from unknownness, but mine and mine I love, and mine I praise, and mine that I was proud on, mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine. Value her, why she has fallen into a pit of ink, that the wide sea hath dropped too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little which may season give to her foul, tainted flesh. So, sir, be patient. For my part, I am so attired in wonder, I know not what to say. Oi, on my soul, my cousin is buried. Lady, were you her bedfellow last night? No, truly not, although until last night I have this 12 months been her bedfellow. Confirmed, oi. That is stronger made, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so, that speaking of her fondness, washed it with tears, hence from her let her die. Hear me a little. For I have only been silent so long, and given way unto this course of fortune by nothing of a lady. I have marched 1,000 blushing apparitions, to start into her face, 1,000 into shame. An angel white must bear away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared a fire, to burn the errors that this princess hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading nor my observations, which with experimental skill doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here, under some binding error. Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is, that she will not add to her damnation a sin of perjury. She not denies it. Why seekest thou then to cover with excuse that which appears in proper
Enemy about to
nakedness?
score.
Lady, what man is he you are accused of? They know that do accuse me.
Enemy team
I know none.
hill incoming.
If I know more of any man
Hill ready.
alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, you, ma'am, let all my sins lack
Enemy
mercy.
team took
My
the
dick. O my father, prove you that any man with my conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with my creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death. There is some strange misprison in the princes. 2 of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villains. I know not that they speak the truth of her. These hands shall tear her.
Enemy team
If they wrong her honor,
double.
the practice of them shall wear her hear of it. Time hath not yet so dried this blood of mine, nor age so eat up my invention, nor fortune made such havoc of my means, nor my bad life reft me so much of friends, but they shall find awaked in such a kind, but strength of limb and policy of mind, ability and means and choice of friends, to quit me of them thoroughly. Ladies, if you mess with my dick one more time, I will kill you. Grown man, if you talk to my woman, which is all of them, one more time, watch what happens.
Hill control.
Grown man on that ship, I assure you. Step the fuck back. Now.
Nearing victory.
My dick. I assure you, my dick.
Enemy team took the hill.
Laugh it up, little boy.
It's like a gurgling, crying baby.
Hill control.
'Tis well consented pleasantly way, for to strange sores strangely they strain the cure.
Victory.
Come, lady, die to live.
Like she's
This
drowning.
wedding day perhaps is but prolonged, have a patience and endure. Oh, he ran at that. Get the robot sitting in there, hold on. Talk to my women one more time, grown man. You will learn what the fall of man is. My problem is, I don't care about all that. My heart, I don't truly want all of him. So, but my dick, I don't, Lady Beatrice,
It's really confusing when, like, I'm
have
so
you wept all this
beautiful
while?
and you get with me, please.
Yeah, and I will weep
I
a
don't
while
know.
longer. I will not desire that.
Frustrating.
You have no reason, I do it freely. Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged. Aha!
At all.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Girl,
Is there any way
I
to
can
show
see
such
the
friendship?
whisper of abuse.
A very even way, but no such friend. May a man do it?
The V.
It is a man's
Clayton.
office, but not yours. I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange? As strange as a thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin. By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me. Do not swear by it and eat it. I swear by it that thou you love me,
Chicago.
and I will make him eat it, if that says I love not you.
Oh,
Will you not eat your word?
all I have to do is say something?
Little boy,
All I have to do is say
little
something.
boy, with the accent, you are but a little meager boy. You have come to this man. You will pay this man for the damage you have done. If you do not pay him for the damage you have done, I will kill you. End of discussion. It is that simple. Young woman,
Excuse me.
I will deal with you another day.
Excuse me.
Will you not eat your word? With no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest I love thee. Why then, God, forgive me. What offense, sweet Beatrice? You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you, and do it with all thy heart. I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest. Come, bid me do anything for thee. Kill Clayton. Ha! Not for the wide world. You kill me to deny it. Farewell. Tarry, sweet Beatrice. I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you, let me go. Beatrice, in faith I will go. We'll be friends first. You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy. Is Clayton thine enemy? Stay silent. That whole free movement thing you will not be enjoying later. Is he not approved in the height a villain that hath standard scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oi, that I were a man. What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Hear me, Beatrice. Call your boy one more time.
She did too.
Talk with man out of the window. A proper saying. Nay, but Beatrice. Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone. Beat. Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count confessed, a sweet gallant surely. Oi, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesy's valley, into a compliment, and men are only turned into tongue. And trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man, with wishing therefore I will die a woman with grieving. Tarry, good Beatrice, by this hand I love thee. Use it for my love in some other way than swearing by it. Thank you in your soul, the Count Claudio hath wronged her. Yeah, as sure as I have thought to her soul. Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand and so leave you. By this hand, Clayton shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead, and so farewell. A prison, scene 2. Dogberry, verges and sexton in gowns, and the watch with Conrad and Baraccio. Is our whole disassembly appeared? Oi, a stool and a cushion for the sexton. Which be the malefactors? Marry, that am I and my partner. Nay, the certain, we have the exhibition to examine. But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable. Yeah, marry, let them come before me. What is your name, friend? Horatio. Pray write down Clayton. Yours, Sarah? I'm a gentleman, sir, and my name is Comrade.
Return. Killing spree.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God? Yes, sir, we hope. Write down that they hope that serve God, and write God first, for God defend, but God should go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves? Marry, sir, we say we are none. A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come you hither, Sarah. A word in your ear, sir. I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves. Sir, I say to you, we are none. Well, stand aside, for God they are both in a tale. Have you writ down that they are none? Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers. Yeah, Mary, that's the effest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name accuse these men. This man said, sir, the Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain. Robert, write down Prince John a villain. Why this a flat perjury to call a prince's brother a villain? Logic. Robert, get the fuck off my light.
Smile on my face.
And I saw you behind the officer too, and they're involved, and the Harleys. I'm not arguing either. I promise you I will do something about it.
Yeah.
Master Constable, pray thee, fellow,
You're a
peace.
psychopath.
I do not like thy look, I promise thee. What heard you say him else? Mary, what he had received 1,000 ducats of John for accusing the lady here wrongfully. Flat burglary, as ever was committed. Yeah, by the mass that it is. What else, fellow?
It's a bar.
Okay. And that Count Clayton did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her. Oi, villain, thou wilt be condemned to everlasting redemption for this. What else? This is all. And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is the morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in the manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died.
Return.
Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonato's. I will go before and show him their examination. Come, let them be appointed. Let them be in the hands off, coxcomb. God's my life, where the sexton. Let him write down the prince's officer coxcomb. Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet. Away! You are an ass, you are an ass. Dost thou not subject my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oi, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass, though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more an officer, and which is more a householder, and which is more as pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina. And one that knows the law, go to, and a rich fellow enough, go to, and a fellow that hath and losses, and none that hath two groans, and everything handsome about him. Bring him away, oi, that I had been writ down an ass.
Proof.
Act 5. Much ado about nothing. Scene 1. Before Leonato's house. Enter Leonato and Antonio. And if you go on thus, you will kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself. I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls into my ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but such a one whose ranks do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. Measure his woe with the length and breadth of mine, and let it answer every strain for strain. Ah, as thus for thus, my knee, and such a grief for such, in every lineament, branch, shape, and form, if such a one will smile and stroke his beard,
Chief of Grizz.
bid sorrow wag cry him, when he should groan, Patch grief with proverbs, make misfortune drunk. With candles wasted, bring him yet to me. And I of him will gather patience. But there is no such man. For brother men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief, which they themselves not feel. But lasting it, their counsels turn to passion,
Yes,
which
you are,
before
Brett. Yes,
would
you
have
are.
perceptible medicine to rage. Fetters strong madness in a silken thread. Charm ache with air, and agony with words. No, no. 'Tis all men's office to speak patience to those that ring under the load of sorrow. But no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement. Therein do men from children nothing differ. I pray thee peace. I will be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ the style of gods, and made a push at chance and sufferance. Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too. There thou speakest reason, nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is bellied, and that shall Claudio know, so shall the prince, and of all them that thus dishonour her. Here comes the prince and Clayton hastily. Enter Don Pedro and Claudio. Good din, good din. Good day to both of you. Hear you, my lords. We have some haste, Leonato. Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord.
Get off the
Are you so
shine.
hasty now? Well, all is one. Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man. If he could right himself with quarrelling, some of us would lie now. Who wrongs him? Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dissembler, thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not. Mary, beshrew my hand, if it should give your age such cause to fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword. Tush, tush, man. Never fleer and jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool. As under privilege of age, to brag what I have done being young, or what would do, were I not old? No, Claudio, to thy head thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me, that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with grey hairs and bruised of many days, to challenge thee to trial of a man. I say thou hast bellied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oi, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy. My villainy? Thine, Chris, thine, I say. You say not right, O man. My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare. Despite his face fence and his active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood. Away, I will not have to do with you. Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man. He shall kill two of us, and men indeed, but that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Win me and wear me, let him answer me. Come follow me, boy. Come, sir boy, come follow me. That's my song. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your foining fence. Nay, as I am a gentleman, I will. I mean, that's one of those. Brother,
No, you won't.
that is definitely my song.
My gun up in the sky right now. I'll
Content
stop.
yourself. God knows I love my niece. And she is dead. Slandered to death by villains that dare as well answer to man indeed, as I dare like a
I'm
serpent
waiting
by the
my
tongue.
certificates.
Boys, apes, braggarts,
You just told me
jacks,
yesterday if I got a
milksops.
you'd pay me.
Brother Anthony, hold your
Not
content.
a joke.
What men? I know them, yeah. And what they weigh even to the utmost scruple. Scrampling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys. That lie in cog and flats, deprave and slander. What he's trying to do is trick the system. Officers, you have the right to remain silent. Go ahead and faint for me. Scrambling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys that lie in cog flout, deprave and
Capture
slander.
the flag.
The choo-choo train. Deprave and slander, go antically, show outward hideousness, and speak off half a dozen dangerous words. How they might hurt their enemies if they durst. And this is all. But brother Anthony, come nis no matter. Do not meddle, let me deal in this. Gentlemen, both we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor she was charged with nothing, but what was true and very full of proof. My lord, I will not hear you. No? Come, brother, away, I will be heard, and shall, or some of us will smart for it. Enter Benedict. See, here comes the man we want to seek. Now, Signor, what news? Good day, my lord. Welcome, Signor. You are almost come to part almost fray. We had like to have had our two noses snapped off with two old men without teeth. Leonato and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them. In a false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both. We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit? It is in my scabbard, shall I draw it? Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side? Never any did so, thou very many have been beside their wit. I will bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels, draw to pleasure us. As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry? What courage, man? What's thou? Care killed a cat. Thou hast mettled enough for thee to kill care. Sir, I shall meet your wit in the career, and you charged against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Enemy
Nay, then give another staff. This last was broke across. But this light, he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed. If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle. Shall I speak a word in your ear? God, I bless me from a challenge. You are a villain, I jest not. I will make it good how you dare. With what you dare and when you dare. Do me right or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you. Will I meet you, so I may have good cheer? What a feast, a feast! I faith I thank him, he hath bid me to a calf's head and a capon, the which if I do, not carve most curiously, say my knife not, shall I not find a woodcock too? Sir, your wit ambles well, it goes easily. I tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said thou hast a fine wit. True, says she, a fine little one. No, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, a good wit. Just, said she, it hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Certain, said she, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongue.
killing spree.
That I believe, said she, for he swore the thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore on Tuesday morning. There's a double tongue, there's two tongues, thus did she an hour together try and shape thy particular virtues, yet at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy. Are you sure it's not the PlayStation? For the which she wept heartily, and said she cared not. Get off the PlayStation.
Enemy flag returned.
Go ahead and get the electricity off that. That's definitely where you're doing it from. Feel it on my elbow there. You can probably see it too. For the which she was heartily, she cared not. Yet that she did,
Flag.
but yet for all that did she not hate him deadly. She would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all. All, and moreover God saw him when he was hid in the garden. But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head? Yeah, the next underneath, here dwells Benedict the married man. Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip like humor. You break jest as braggarts do their blades, which God be thanked hurt not. My lord, for your many countries
Not
I
at
thank
all.
you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and insolent lady. For my lord lack beard there, he and I shall meet, and till then peace be with him. He is in earnest, in most profound earnest, and I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice, and hath challenged thee most sincerely. What a pretty thing man is when he goes in his doublet and hose leaves off his wit. He is then a giant to an ape, but then is an ape a doctor to such a man. But soft you, let me be, pluck up my heart and be said. Did he not say my brother was fled? Come you, sir, if justice cannot tame you, you shall ne'er weigh more reasons in her balance. Nay, and you be a cursing hypocrite, once you must be looked to. How now? To my brother's been bound, Baracho one.
I almost said it.
Hearken after offense, my lord. Officers, what offense have these men done? Robert, get off the light! Army, do your job. Mary, sir, you have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruth. Secondarily, they are slanders, sixth, and hastily. They have belted a lady. Thirdly, they have verily unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves. Oh. First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what their offense. Sixth and lastly, what they are committed, and to conclude, what you lay to their charge. Assault with a deadly weapon? rightly reason and in his own division, and by my troth there's one meaning well suited, spying at treason. Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense? Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Adultery, do you hear me, and let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes, which your wisdoms could not discover. These shallow fools have brought to light, who in the light overheard me confessing to this man, how Don John your brother incensed me to slander the lady Hero. How you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly I desire nothing but the reward of a villain. Runs not this speech like iron through your blood? I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it. But did my brother set thee on this? Yea, and paid my richly for practices of it. He is compassed and framed of treachery. He is upon this villainy, sweet hero. Now thy image doth appear, in the rarest moments that I loved it first. Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time our sexton hath reformed Signor Leonardo of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass. Here comes Master Signor Leonato, and the sexton too. Which spring is that? Are we on a spring? Oh, she just started crying. Are we on a spring?
We're not.
Re-enter Leonato, Antonio, and the sexton. Which is a villain? Let me see his eyes. That's when I note another man like him. I may avoid him. Which of these is he? If you would know your wronger, look on me. Art thou the slave that thou with thy breath hast killed?
Yeah,
Mine
you are.
innocent child. Yea, even I alone. Not so, villain, now believest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third has fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you bethink you of it. I know not how to praise your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking. But my soul nor I, and yet to satisfy this gold old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to it. I cannot bid my daughter live. That was impossible, but I pray you both possess the people in Messina. Hear how innocent she died, and if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb, and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the rights you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge. O noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me.
Capture the
I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Clayton. Tomorrow, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight, I take my leave. Tell 'em ghost stories. Nah, we're not doing that. This naughty man,
Sleepy Hollow.
over off Bent Creek, shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to do it by your brother, on Bent Creek, and that lake. Get the dog whistle off of it. It's based off the moon. And those towers. Okay, so the long hall. Okay, if you go down to Big Creek, the golf course, the big hole, the longest hole, the par 4 or par 5, excuse me. With the it has the lake in between the hole and the green. Oh, don't get scared now. So the towers and the moon, they have a dog whistle based off the moon. And I would assume that Buzz Aldrin is probably, he put a device up there on the moon that's shooting down. You can go ahead and keep shooting all you want. It's not changing anything. You understand who I am, right? Little girl, you're in deep shit. Now that you know, she hit the button for a nuke.
Yes, you did.
Little girl,
Yes, you did.
what's wrong here? What are we missing here? And where did you go wrong? And I mean what I say. Little girl. You're in trouble, I would act like it. This isn't time to speak. That includes the White House.
He really did that. Yes.
No, by my soul, she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but always hath been just and virtuous in anything that I do know by her. Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment, and also the watch heard them talk of one deformed. They say he wears a key in his ear and a lock hanging by it, and borrows money in God's name, the which he hath used so long and never paid. I can feel it. That now men grow hard-hearted, and will lend nothing for God's sake. Pray you examine him upon that point. I thank thee for thy care and honest pain. Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for you. There's for thy pain. God save thy foundation. Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
Flag captured.
Traitor. To heaven. You understand? On Mars, we have the Ark of the Covenant. A product of. You understand? You're a traitor to heaven. I am heaven. Hi. I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor. Until tomorrow morning, lords, farewell. Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow. We will not fail. Tonight I'll mourn with Hero. Bringing you these fellows on, we'll talk with Margaret, how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
It's like at no period.
Green flag returned.
You're using the arc, flashing lights inside my head.
Green
Why?
flag returned.
You know the exact time, you know the exact date, every time I'm gonna talk to someone. Taylor, it's you, and I know it is. You wonder, bitch. You're not a lion, that's why. You're not a cat. You're a fraud is what you are. You're a mouse. That's why they put you on stage. All the cats think you're a cat, but when they sit there and linger on you, they realize deep down that you're not a cat, and it pisses them off. That is what's going on with you. It's a contradictory to the cat. It's not a joke. Go ahead and panic for me. Go ahead and freak out.
Enemy captured your flag.
So unfortunately, I win this battle. But anyway,
I'll continue this. I need to finish the books and such. Again, you're a fake cat. You're not an actual cat. So when everyone looks at you, they're confused. And then the subconscious picks up that you're not an actual cat, and then they start getting angry. But thank you.